New Maricopa County Sheriff Sheridan promised jail deaths would be one of his top priorities. In fact, when he took office, he told ABC 15, "It's our job to run a safe jail system." But then, after only 2 weeks on the job, the sheriff did something controversial. He decided to stop scanning employees for contraband, even though drugs are a big problem in the jails. Tonight, ABC 15 Chief Investigator Dave Biskuping is digging into that decision and showing you why experts say it makes no sense.
We're here to talk about your son. What was his name?
Larry Ogle Jr.
How old was he when he passed?
31.
Lisa Espinosa lost her son on January 8th, 2023. Your son was in the Maricopa County Jail, and he took some fentanyl, and it led to his death.
Yes.
Did you ever get answers about how he obtained those drugs?
No. I don't feel like I got any answers as to how those drugs were obtained.
Even to this day?
Even to this day.
Of course, Lisa will never forget the day she got the news about her son's death. But she'll also never forget the news that broke just 3 days later.
Maricopa County detention officer arrested, accused of trying to bring dangerous drugs into the Lower Buckeye Jail.
Officer Andres Salazar was eventually convicted for working with inmates to smuggle 58 grams of meth and 100 fentanyl pills.
A trusted member of this organization was willing to do something so egregious that it could have cost people their lives.
Did you hear about that at the time?
Yes.
It was like that to hear that.
It was 3 days later, actually, and I was like, I knew it, like I felt like that's the reason. That's the reason why these drugs have been getting into the jails.
The officer was caught trying to smuggle drugs into a different unit than where Lisa's son was jailed, but with a death and a smuggling arrest, all in the same week. Former Sheriff Paul Penzone decided all staff needed to be scanned, and MCSO spent millions getting new scanners in place.
If we truly want to be a drug-free, safe jail system, we have to take every step possible.
But now, 2 years later, that's all over. And that's because just 2 weeks into office, new Sheriff Sheridan sent out an announcement saying he would no longer scan employees. Actually, I'm going to give you a copy here, all right? So I have one, you have one. Right at the top, you see it says Sheriff Sheridan, quote, trusts his people and, in all caps, removes body scanners for employees.
Yeah.
That's a big statement. We hire the best employees on the planet, and I trust every single one of them. And to that you would say,
Can't trust everyone.
the sheriff declined to be interviewed for this story, but from Sheridan's office, he released a pre-recorded statement. It's about 3 minutes long, and here are some of the reasons he gave.
And yet, for far too long, we've treated them like suspects instead of the dedicated professionals they are. The facts are the facts. Most contraband comes in our jails doesn't come from the men and women who serve there. Studies show that the majority comes from visitors, mail, and even contractors. This is about trust. This is about fairness. This is about common sense, and I stand by it.
But experts say the decision doesn't make sense, and some studies actually show the opposite of what the sheriff claims.
I don't know why someone would choose not to do that.
Alex McLaren is a psychologist and former officer who climbed to the top ranks of the Federal Bureau of Prisons. The idea of scanning employees, is that unique to just what was happening here, or is that something that's pretty common in larger facilities and kind of larger departments like Maricopa County?
It's extremely common.
MCSO is one of the largest sheriff's offices in the country. When fully staffed, it has more than 2,200 detention officers.
I think it would be hard to have an in-depth relationship with every one of them to where, you had established a level of trust.
Records show there have been plenty of untrustworthy MCSO detention officers. More than 180 have landed on the Brady list. We have files for most of them, and they show officers have been repeatedly caught lying, committing their own crimes, having sex with detainees, and smuggling contraband.
Deputies in tanks swarm a West Valley neighborhood.
In fact, in 2011, there was a big drug smuggling scandal. 3 MCSO officers were arrested and accused of working with the cartel to smuggle both people and drugs into the valley.
No one's above the law, and apparently no one is beyond the reach of drug trafficking organizations in Mexico.
Now, officers are one of the top ways that drugs, weapons, and other contraband get behind bars. This survey of prison systems in 6 states, not Arizona, found staff were caught bringing in more contraband than visitors.
This isn't rocket science. You have a very easy, already purchased way to take one avenue of potential harm and shut it down.
It's just like saying it's okay for what's already happened.
And what happened to her son is something Lisa hopes won't happen to anyone else.
Was this picture taken like through a video visit?
Yeah.
Or about when was that? Like how long before his death?
Honestly, I'm not too sure.
That's okay.
But look how happy he is.
Now, a final note about Sheriff Sheridan. He's also on the Brady list, and that's because back when he was chief deputy for Joe Arpaio, a judge ruled that he lied under oath and defied court orders. I'm investigator Dave Biskobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
If you want to see the sheriff's full video statement or the names of MCSO officers put on the Brady list, Dave has them on the top story at abc15.com/investigator.